Hey everybody, it's me Haley, and I've recently become a big fan of the show Arrow. So for those of you that watch it, if you saw the last episode of the half-season finale, wow. So I'm a huge fan of Felicity. I'm a huge fan of Oliver and Felicity together as a couple, and they're trying to make it seem like it's Felicity in the grave. Here are my top 5 reasons why I think that's bullcrap. Because, one, Felicity's pretty much been in it since the beginning, so she's the main character. And, obviously, you know, um, Moira Queen was a big character too, but she was not as a main character as Felicity is now. And two, the timing doesn't add up. I don't think it's going to be Felicity in the grave because in the flash forward it said 6 months later. That would be towards the end of the season. We're only about 10. We were only. The next episode will be the 10th episode, so we're only about halfway through the season. So the timing doesn't add up. 3, Felicity is head. Well, she's like right now. She's the heart of Team Arrow. She's how they find everybody that they find. She's how they locate them and get some of the evidence that they need. Not to mention the fact she's right now the CEO of Palmer Technology. So those are two big roles that you can't just replace automatically. You can't quickly replace those roles. 4, the fact that obviously you knew at the beginning Oliver was in love with Laurel, but as as the show progressed, he fell in love with Felicity. And even though he wanted to eventually settle down with Laurel, and after he changed, he wanted to, but he never really expressed himself to the point where he wanted to propose to her. He did with Felicity. He did propose to her. He was in love with her enough to propose to her and want to marry her. So, for Oliver, the main character, to be in love with someone that much, they can't just take that role and expect everything to be okay and expect Oliver to go on living his life the way he lived his life. Because he's already said that he's in love with her. He's said it more than once, and he's been the one that she's been the one that he's been in love with since the end of season 2. Obviously he was probably in love with her before that, but I think that was when he really realized, was when he was trying to fool Slade, and he was telling her that he was in love with her. And then obviously like they're really in love, especially after the night in Nanda Parbat, and after all the times that he said that he loved her. And also, Oliver is not the kind of guy to settle down. He's, even with Laurel, he was not the kind of guy to just settle down. But he did with Felicity. He proposed to her. That's tying him down, and he's not that type of guy. So obviously, he's different with Felicity, meaning he really loves her. And 5, well, I already said she's the main character. I don't really know what the 5th reason could be, so this might be the top 4 reasons, but the 5th reason also is because, here's the 5th reason. This is a really big thing. There are other characters that aren't as important as Felicity, like Quentin, which is Detective Lance, or Captain Lance now. But really, obviously he's a part of the show, but he is not as much of a crucial character as Felicity. So I don't think that it's going to be Felicity in the grave. I think that there are so many reasons why it could be Lance, because for one, he's not exactly a part of Team Arrow. He's not really giving them anything to go on that they haven't gotten something better from someone else. on the team. So he's not really, he's trying to help them, but not very much. So he's not really trying to help them. He's just trying not to hurt them because he knows that they're trying to help. But he's not really trying to help them. He's just trying not to hurt them. And then also, another big reason is that um, he said that there is nothing that he would not do for his daughters, Laurel and Sarah. And that includes laying down his life. And if you think about it, that is the same thing that Muriel Queen did. She was happy to die for her children's lives. She didn't care. She was not scared at the end of her time. She wanted her children to live if it meant for her dying. If it meant her dying for her children to live, she was happy to lay down her life. So, and like I said, she was not as much as a main character either. So she was kind of along the same level as Lance. So Lance could be someone that's in the grave, but there are so many other people that could be in the grave. Obviously, it could be Felicity. They could have just been doing the 6 months to throw you off track. Or see, obviously, it's someone that's important to Oliver and it's someone that the Flash has met because Barry shows up and he's giving his condolences, and Oliver's really upset about it. So it could be someone that he loves. It could even be Laurel, because even though he's not in love with her the way he's in love with Felicity anymore, he still loves her. She's still one of his closest friends. And obviously, it could be Thea. There's so many people that it could be, but you have to go through the reasons of who it could not be because of the reasons that it could not be them. Like my top 5 reasons that it could not be Felicity. Obviously there's still a chance, but those are my top 5 reasons why I do not think that why I think it's not going to be Felicity. So let me know in the comments if you do think it's going to be Felicity or if you don't think it's going to be Felicity. And also, if you don't think it's going to be Felicity, give me an idea of who you think it might be. So that, I don't know. So, everybody has an idea of someone else. And give your reasons too. That way you have a logical reason for saying what you're saying. So just let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Bye, guys.